Please like and subscribe. It helps support the channel. It don't cost nothing. Watch to the end. Share with a friend.
Your weapons. Drop your weapons. I need a weapon. I need a weapon. I need a weapon. I need a weapon. Drop your weapons. All right, men. Load your weapons.
Instead of that.
A little help here.
That's right.
Drop your weapons.
Aloha. Welcome to Mongoose Facts Hawaii, the channel. Everything is going, I think. A little coffee. Today is Friday.
Can't be caught standing around doing nothing.
I'm not sure if it's Juneteenth, and I'm not sure if it was Juneteenth or Teenth. It's Teenth, I believe. I thought they said it was the 19th, but today's the 18th, so today might be actually Juneteenth. I don't know. That's the problem with having the teenth bit in there. But it's the official end of slavery from 18... When was it? I mean, there was the end of Civil War. 18 something. But then there's all the problems afterwards. But it's the official end of slavery, and we can all just contemplate not exactly the black experience of slavery that we can I can relate to that, but there's different forms of slavery that we all complain about. I've heard all kinds of stuff about, it's not exactly what that was, of course, but that whole idea of the oppression of others. And if you're really into it, in this book, in the Old Testament, Isaiah was all about that. Isaiah, all that Isaiah stuff, which you love the Judgment Day stuff from. And I don't know, it's drought everywhere. I don't think it's the end of the world. But I think it's the end of me not doing this too well. I forgot to do this. I'm so sorry. I'm already what? I have to subtract time now. Oh, shoot, now. What happened now? Oh, what you do? Okay, that's it. Okay, see if we can do this. We can always consult the Italian satellites which change votes. What are they up to?
History classes at schools over.
They're in history class at school. Because there's a lot of reopening and everyone's crazy about reopening. I don't know about that. Okay, so anyways, this is, you gotta believe it, newspaper! This is when I look in the newspaper. We have this thing down as a little routine for a reason. I had editing problems, as well as some other problems. But the witch is not back. It's such a relief, but there's a weirdness because it's so different. Anyways, this is where we look at what's in the newspaper because it is newspaper. So here's the newspaper. It's still made out of paper. And where's my... I have this all set. Okay, come on. What's on the outside is what's on the inside. The headline is... Oh. Okay. Apparently, it's very strange. I'm not quite sure what or why, this is on the newspaper headline. But here's the headline, actually. It says Park City Park cleaning schedule urged. So, and they show the picture of, like, this park. I don't know which one this is, like, Cartwheel. This is Makiki one. Okay, I know which one this is now. And the Kapiolani Boulevard. Anyways, they show like the guys like stuff out, like stretch out mat, and there's the baseball field, and then there's this. Well, I thought it was a guy. It's not a guy, but they just say, and at right, a person walks past a trash can at the park, because basically they're staying politically correct and not saying homeless or all those other things, because every time they make up a label, it becomes more of a pejorative, an insult name-calling thing. So that's what happens to labels, and then they have to come up with a new one, which is just, I don't know, it's a sociology thing to look at. But now, what are you going to say? You just don't say that because it's insulting, but I don't have another word for it. We ran out of words for a person walking past a trash can. So I know what they're alluding to. They're alluding to, people living outside, basically in parks, or it's either that or someone's backyard. And in that case, they'll instantly get the police sicked on them, if you know what I mean. So don't do. And what else is going on? Well, of course, just sit there trying to. Back in the day, 1967. A vibrant scene fills Kapiolani Park as 2,000 children, wearing appropriate costumes, skip, curtsy, and twirl in a folk dance festival during traditional European and American numbers. And they got, like, top hats and these dresses. I guess they're kind of Hawaii's depiction of colonial type America. I don't know. They all got the Lincoln top hats going on there. Yeah, that's your culture. Live with. 50 states officers are quitting in California or Oregon. Portland, Oregon. They're going, I don't want to be part of the riot squad. Forget you. Antiviral pill. This is the new thing they're coming up with. They want things that are like, just here's a pill, it's good for viruses because there's lots of stuff. And they figure this can happen in the future again. The whole, shall I say, COVID is just a category. The coronavirus is a category. And the basic spread of a pandemic, which kills people. God, how can you put it differently? I don't know. And here's a roller coaster in Rome. Just because. Because people are going outside going, get me out of here. Oh, and the leaving coelacanth, they figure it grows really, really slow. So this is definitely rare enough to be endangered. You're not allowed to touch this kind of fish. You can study dead ones, as you see here in the Museum of Paris, the National Museum of Paris. This fish is probably more than 70 years old. They're looking at the coelacanth, and apparently the females don't hit sexual maturity until their late 50s. They grow so old they can live up to 100 years. I'm 50 years old now. I'm ready for a date. Okay. And cougarcanth. I think we just looked at all that. Okay, good, because there's nothing in this trail. Like, no one wants to go to work. I think nobody wants their old jobs. Here's Hokulea, and that's what it looks like in Hokulea. They're going to go out sailing one more time, real quick voyage to, ready? That place over there with the fishing stuff reserve. Papahana Umokua Kea. Papahana Umokua Kea. Papahana Umokua Kea. There. So they're going to go over there. And Big Q, what do you think about 3 Honolulu policemen being charged with murder and attempted murder in the failed shooting of a 16-year-old youth? 11% totally agree, keeps police in check. 27% uncomfortable but justifiable to hear facts in court of law. 62% opposed unjustifiable prosecutorial overreach. Possible overreach. Yeah, that's the thing about that is, you look at what's going on, it's a possible overreach. There's nothing wrong with all the facts in the case to come out. And if they were doing stuff that was not within their jurisdiction as police officers, but you see, they're making judgment calls on what was going on at the time. And that particular guy, that car was used in a burglary crime spree, armed burglary crime spree, driven at high speeds, which is lethal also. It comes to a crashing stop, and who knows how desperate the person is. So they're making a judgment call. But I don't know. Then again, unloading your, Glock right into the car. You could at least watch them come out of the car. I mean, geez. But that guy was toast anyways, as well as this other person who was attacking the police officers, but apparently they're not sure now. This is all hindsight, but these things go down in like 0.6 seconds. Come on. So the guy's like attacking police officers, where the guy's like head got skull fractured all of. So obviously tasered shot. Now, was that guy totally unknown that those were police officers? Just because they didn't say, "Stop, it is the police," Then, the police are going, "Freeze, mother!" Here's a political cartoon. Tap, tap, tap. Affordable Care Act. Is Uncle Sam going, "Hey, look, I got natural reactions." The Supreme Court judge is like, "Yep, you're good to go. It's healthy still. Affordable Care Act." That's Obamacare. So the Republicans went over attacking Obamacare. Here's the Supreme Court justice. "Well, this is the third time in this saga that they've come across trying to pull this down, and the third time it's not happening." So apparently Obamacare is good to go, and the Supreme Court says so. They keep doing that to the Supreme Court. They're gonna go, "You know what? I'm not gonna even get it." They don't have to hear your case. The Supreme Court. They go, "What should we?" They don't have to. Now let's get going on because we got. Oh crap! Excuse me. Mongoose Max Hawaii is coming to a milestone soon. Also, I need a new light. Letters to the editor. Here we go. COVID cases are few. Restrictions unnecessary. Is this on? I'm beginning to think COVID-19 has affected the brain matter of the elected officials of the state. For example, in the past week, Oahu has only had between 16 to 33 cases per day, out of a total population of almost 1 million people. And for that, we were still at 50% capacity in groups of 10 indoors. And why should cases outside Hawaii affect our moving into the less restrictive tier here? The metrics are absurd. Our Hawaii Convention Center recently lost a lucrative 17,000 person American Association of Orthodontists meeting to Miami because the state could not guarantee what its COVID-related travel restrictions and social distancing requirements would look like next spring. Parenthetical cite article June 14th. 10 to 11 months from now? Seriously? I hate it when people say that. Really? I hate that one more. Really? No, not really. It's not in your accepted reality. Our elected officials continue to ruin the lives and spirit of countless people and businesses, parenthetical, not to mention decreased in tax revenues, politicians, and parenthetical, for a couple of dozen cases per day. Wow. Wow, we're screwed. in more ways than one. Lisa Adlong, Haula. Hey, YouTube, it's written here, screwed. It's not my word. Marcus Max is amenable to all. Hi, we're stupidly happy here. Alright, moving along. Okay, that's made too much of that. But, God, we're only at 6% of the population vaccinated. Come on. People, get on board, get your little vaccinated shot, so we don't have to worry about this crap. Then all your complaints about opening up businesses will go away. And if you're 70% population vaccinated, there's absolutely zero restrictions. Go for that goal. That's what they're doing. They don't want to just go, we're laying down, we're going to open it all up. Yeah, 3 cases per day. Set it all down. It's like a famous ex-politician, ex-official, saying, it's only at 15%, and pretty soon it's going to trickle down to 0, and then it's going to go away. It's still there! It kills people. Get your act together. Officer set example of how to respond. My hero is a lifelong police officer when riots in the 1960s burned his Newark community dad's heart. It's Father's Day soon. My dad, God rest his soul. In Ministry of Patria Filini Spirit Sancti. Love you, Dad. I wish he was here. Actually, I wouldn't wish that on almost anybody. Honolulu just witnessed a black man die. Apparently for mistaking a private home for a nearby temple with a similar entry. Is that true? Lindani Miani, he is from South Africa, removed his shoes before entering the home, offered apologies after realizing his mistake, and was confronted by unknown assailants. I don't know about this. This is like this guy's opinion and stuff like that. I saw the thing, they released the video. Yeah, he took off his shoes and he went up to the door and I think inside, and then he was outside, and then they're like talking to him, and he went away, putting his shoes back on. So it's definitely not, all that establishes it's not a burglary. So who's on the phone inside that house going, that's him, get him, that's him, get him, and reported the burglary, which was incorrect. They call it fabrication. I know that now from experience. Fabricating a burglary, and there he is, officers, there he is, creating, who knows, get those phone transcripts, lay those out on the line. Those people were renting that house. And there, I think you have the crux of why that guy got killed. Attacking the police officers, you're dead in the first place. You're dead before you start. So why was they on... Never mind. Woo-hoo. I don't know about this guy. Yeah, good luck with your dad. John Black of YLI. So much for that. Yes, I'm biased. I censor people. I shut them down. A man is dead after questionable actions. Let me see if I understand. Here's a similar one. That's why also. Thomas Luna. Let me see if I understand. A woman panicked and appeared to exaggerate the situation to a 911 operator. Police officers ordered a man to get on the ground, ignoring his question, "Who are you?" They struggle, then taser him, then shoot him. Then they identify themselves as police officers. Initially, they say he acted as strange and burglarized his home, then wouldn't answer when asked again. Prosecutors and police did not give up camera footage. A man is dead. Thomas Luna McCulley. Thank you. We're now in the drama of the murder case trial, which isn't a murder case trial yet. The other one with the crash car is. This one is a different one, right? And in this one, I don't know. I don't think the guy should be dead, but you don't attack police officers. You're dead before you begin. And I don't know. I don't think they released footage, so I don't know how you can say then they identified themselves as police. But who are you and all that details. So this is like spin biasing right now. hearsay, until there's a little quarter. All right, let's get one more here. Oh, God. All that. See? Dumbass. Innocent until proven guilty. Remember. Don't let the U.S. become another Venezuela. During the 1970s, I was privileged to occasionally work at a research institute outside Caracas, Venezuela. A beautiful people and land. Then, Venezuela was flourishing economy and democracy, although no utopia. In recent decades, Venezuela deteriorated into a hellish dystopia that I could never have imagined back then, and now still find it hard to imagine. I thought you saw it. How can you imagine? And most tragically and sadly, Venezuela became a failed state. In some ways and degrees like other countries such as Lebanon, Libya, Myanmar, and Syria. It is unimaginable that America could ever become a failed state. But then, that was the case for Venezuela. Numerous symptoms of failure are accumulating in America during recent years. Stop it! The substantial majority really needs to wake up and pursue effective nonviolent action in solidarity before it is too late. The extreme political polarization and paralysis have to stop. And likewise the lies, delusions, and hatred. Lisa E. Sponzel, Hawaii Kai. Well, I feel for you there, Lisa. And I feel for you, and you're not there, so I no longer feel for you. She's not there. In America, we had a ding-dong president. I don't know how the heck that got elected, except our bipartisan thing was feuding ever since after 9/11. First it was unity against the terrorists, and then it was red and blue to the max extreme. And then it was like the internal corruptness of politics, where one party had a core group just all about winning and being a career politician, sucking up all that campaign money that you guys give them for nothing. Super PAC, and they just fix the law so they win again and get more money again and more money again, and they're never going to give up their greedy little corrupted grasp, even if it means taking away your right to vote, or suppressing, as they say, making it almost near impossible for lots of people to vote. They will do anything, and they already got one guy in there that was such a lolo that we're in damage control on the international scale. So thanks to Joe Biden, I don't care what politicians, he's doing the job where politics in the capital is stymied, stuck. It's slower than the coelacanth. It hasn't even reached sexual maturity of a female at 50 years old. Living fossil. Except these guys are doing it on purpose, and they should not be in Congress. They should not be senators. And thus, America becomes divisive, and then they're stroking this fear and hatred in the streets. And then there's a police response. We're not in these countries where we're using our gigantic National Guard or the whole police force to combat our own citizens. We're not usually doing that. And we're not usually trying to figure out how the whole capital of the United States got freaking ransacked by radical freaking domestic extremists. So, they're combating that stuff, and they still got this political party that's sick to the bone. I mean, bone cancer sick. But most of America is good to go. They're kind of still shocked going, what the frick? Most of America is very diverse and it's good to go. And pretty soon it's just going to say, no, never again for these people of this type. So rest assured to you, Lisa, that you do not get the TX Toenail Award as this goes over time. Too bad. I was trying to make it so. It was this one. The restrictions are unnecessary. Wow, we screwed in more ways than one. That's for sure. But hey, you know what? You don't get this though. Billions of T-Rexes say no. But just remember, it's Friday. Gotta run. Hey guys, it's too bright in here.